Hi, everyone. I'm so excited.
Hello, everybody. Mark here. I'm with my sister, Carrie, and another sister in the house as well.
Yeah, we'll introduce her in a second. I am ready. You guys, if you're on, say hello. We have a few people on. Say hi to Mark. And Mark's not in his regular setup. We're going to tell you where he is. We're going to tell you what we're talking about. This is like, Mark, this day, what we're talking about has been like a really long time in the making. We haven't slept a lot recently.
I know.
I joke, if I can't sleep, you can't sleep.
Exactly. And that's the rule, right? That we agreed.
Yep, that is what we agreed. All right, so everybody, if you're coming on, say hi to Mark. Know that this is our special guest for today. We have a very, very special coaching call. I know that some of you asked a few specific questions about some stuff. I'm going to come on later and answer those questions. Mark and I are going to talk about some really specific, awesome things that we've been working on. I have been kind of teasing you guys with some of the stuff, and I'm not going to reveal everything, but we are going to talk about a few different things. Mark, I am so excited because what we are going to share means you and I get to work together, like officially.
Yeah, globally we're working together, and it's just, I couldn't be happier. And just Carrie, like, you are a difference maker in the world. Everyone in your community knows that, and soon your brand will be everywhere around because you teach people how to love their food, love their body, and understand how to be with it in a way to make it work forever.
Yeah, and I feel like if we get global, right? If we build Disruptive Nutrition, this is not about me. This is about helping women. How many of you in our groups, right, asked to be on our podcast to share their stories because you became like evangelical about what we teach? And I think that the more that we're out there, the more we're helping people. So make sure you say hi, say hey to Mark, introduce yourself. You can even say where you're from, and Mark will definitely say hello to you and shout you out.
Hello, everybody. And I am I'm not in my normal setup. I am on the road right now. And to be part of this makes me so happy.
Yeah. Mark was worried that he wasn't going to look as handsome as he normally looks because of lighting.
I don't like the lighting. It is what it is.
It is. You can tell him he looks handsome in the comments, and I'll make sure he lets you know that I tell you when they come through. All right. So Mark, before we kind of get started in all of this, let's remind everybody there are 6 things, and you and I started doing our menopause series, which then we got a little derailed because of all the stuff we're going to talk about and how busy we've been. We're going to get back on our menopause series, but there are 6 things that we know we have to be focusing on in order to bring our health to the next level. A lot of people think it's just exercise or just nutrition, right? So why don't you share with everybody and remind them the 6 things that we know we have to be really crushing?
Yeah, so, Carrie, we talk about this, and we just did a corporate challenge yesterday. We launched it at Kyani headquarters, which I am at right now in Idaho Falls. And the whole thing, we have a special guest. Can we bring the special guest on first, Carrie, before we go?
Yeah. Where is she?
This is my sister, one of my best friends, our new partnership, the president of Kyani, Katie Holt-Larson. Come on in, Katie.
Hi, Katie. So you guys, I'm really excited. I'm going to tell you more about Kyani, but the bottom line is, like, this is the president of a huge company that is so excited because part of what we're going to share is a partnership with Mark and with me and with Kyani. Katie is amazing. She cares so much about people, and she cares about every one of you. When we told her that Mark and I were going to go live, she was like, I want to be here with you guys. So say hey.
I had to be here for just a minute. Say hello to all of you. I know you're just getting to know this new community, but again, huge shout out to Carrie. She's amazing with her leadership abilities, with her heart, with her intelligence, and what she's able to create. And so I know that this community is going to be the same, and just super excited to introduce you to Kyani. We have a major initiative called our Caring Hands. Our giving back initiative is called Caring Hands, and a big part of Kyani is living a significant life. And what we know is that when we are, feeding into other people, living and breathing and helping others and doing for others and giving back, that it really makes a difference for each one of us and for those in our community. And so today all around the world for Kyani is our Caring Hands Day. So here at corporate, we had a big, huge food drive. So we're just delivering that to the food bank right now. But if by chance you go on Kyani on social, you'll see all around the world, all different teams doing some amazing things. And that's something that's super fun too. It's just that we're in 54 countries. And so seeing the difference we're making around the world is actually super fun. So welcome, excited to get to know you guys, and love these two are amazing.
Yeah.
So happy about the partnership.
We love you.
Super excited.
Thanks.
We'll share more about what that is, but Katie's got to go do this work. But she wants to say hi. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Katie. So very, very cool. Okay. So Mark, let's get into it. So we gave a little bit of a, Melissa says hi to Katie. Diane says hi. They're all really excited. Okay. So let's just talk about these 6 things, and then we're going to be able to bring in how, like, where this Kyani thing is fitting into it.
Yeah. And so for me, like yesterday, we did a whole corporate challenge for all of it here. Like as Carrie, we've done workplace wellness before, and we talk about, number one, you start with your why, which is your reason. But then the 6 things, once you know your reason why your health matters and you draw your line in the sand, you know what you're fighting for. We then have to create that structure: sleep, food, exercise, supplementation, water, and stress. Those are the 6 things. If you can master those 6 things, and it doesn't mean you're perfect, perfection does not exist, but if you can master those things, everything starts to work better. Everything in your body works better. And that's going to allow you to then really make your health a part of your world.
Yep, exactly. I love that. And that's what we talk about. Consistency, it beats perfection every single time. And if and at one point, I want to bring you on as a guest coach where we talk about plateaus. But when we talk about plateaus, it's not that we go looking for something else, a different diet. It's about looking at those 6 things and really seeing where we need to hone in, right? But Mark, you and I were in Orlando a few weeks ago, and we finally got to meet in person, which is so funny because I feel like we've known each other for so long.
And you said I was taller than you thought, so I like that.
He's taller than I thought. But
that's
I think
always a good thing to say to someone. You're taller than I thought. That made me feel better.
But also, like on Zoom, we're the same height. So that's must be why, right? So when we were there, we got to really get in the weeds with people from Kyani. And I'm going to tell you why Kyani is so important to us and more about this, this partnership. But there are what we know about our health and our wellness and all of that. In order to get healthy, there are 5 things that we have to focus on that have to improve in our bodies in order to really be able to crush our health goals. Those 6 things are like the things we have to do, right? Nutrition, exercise, sleep, water, supplementation, deal with stress, all of that. But the 5 pieces that we really honed in on when we were in Orlando together are like the things in our body that have to happen. So let's talk about what those 5 things are.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's when you think about your body and where you want to go. And as Carrie said, you have those 6 components, but the reality is that what are the benefits? What are we looking for to live our greatest health as we turn 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80? Because to me, it's living your greatest health, not letting age define you, but being fantastic. And there's 5 things. Number 1, reducing inflammation. When your body has less inflammation, everything works better. You're going to be able to, you're going to be able to digest better. You're going to be able to, your hormones will work better. So number 1 is reducing inflammation. Number 2 is increasing circulation. So with blood flow is your lifeline. As your circulation increases, everything starts to be absorbed better. Toxins are removed. The 3rd, obviously my life's work, what Disruptive Nutrition is all about, balancing blood sugar. When you balance your blood sugar, you maximize your energy production, you balance your hormones. The 4th is optimizing digestion. You are what you metabolize. If you can't optimize your digestion, you can't take in that food and absorb everything, your body's not working. And then the 5th, supporting collagen resilience. As we age, our cells stop producing collagen, and collagen is your entire support system. So it's understanding these 5 things. If you can maximize these 5 benefits and implement the right strategies, the life you're going to live, the results that you want, the energy you'll have every day will be epic.
And so so I want everybody to write one thing that they remember out of those 5, and let's see if we can get all 5 of them in the comments. Okay. I'm going to give you some little like tips and hints right now. Inflammation. And we talk about that all the time. And when we talk about the 6 ways, the 6 things we need to do to get healthy, obviously it all starts with food, right? And inflammation and all of that so much of it is dictated by food. So inflammation is 1. Put down the things that you're remembering or the thing that's really hitting you, right? So inflammation is 1. Circulation, right? And Mark actually said it to me really well when we were in Orlando. He's like, everything passes through our blood, right? Yes. And as we get older, our circulation starts to slow down. And we know this. And how many people are telling me this all the time? And while our food matters, you and I have always talked about, like, is there more, right? And is there a way that we can be thinking about that more? Balancing blood sugar, we know we can balance our blood sugar with our food, without a doubt. And then when we talk about digestion, that can happen with our food. But you all know we do some supplementation with digestion, with a good digestion enzyme and probiotics and prebiotics. Those are so, so important for us. And then when we think about the collagen, that was a huge moment. We spent a lot of time with Sue Hitzman, who actually some of her members are in our membership group. And Sue really taught us even more than we already knew about the connective tissue and how important collagen is in our joints. Like, it's not just about hair and skin and nails. I think that's a benefit of it, but everything is about our cells and how well they move. And as we get older, automatically, it's our cells, as they move through our body, impact, as we get older, our joints and our muscles. And that's when we get a lot of soreness. And if we're not supplementing correctly for that, because our body's not producing more collagen, then we are going to have more aches and pains. Right?
100%. And I think that's the biggest thing, that when we think about, and I love, Carrie, as you teach every single day, as you're living disruptive nutrition, whole food's your foundation. So you say, okay, how do I love my food, and how do I eat my breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a great way, in my mid-morning, mid-afternoon? So that's your start. But then you have to have your grab and go. Like, I'm traveling right now, so I have my mobile readiness food kit. So how am I winning on the road? And then the third is these essential supplementations. What can you do to actually help you as you age? This is a fact that everyone put in 5% in the chat. The number 5. Yeah. As you do a 30 to 40, 40 to 50, you lose 5% of your muscle mass, which slows down your metabolism. Collagen and nitric oxide. So nitric oxide is your body's ability to, it increases your circulation. It creates this blood flow for lifeline. It allows everything to flow better. But your nitric oxide production and your collagen production from your cells begin to decline when you turn 30. And what happens as we age, our blood moves slower, our joints hurt more, and that's just the natural progress of aging. So when you think about what you're doing nutritionally and supplementation, you want to help. How can you turbocharge this? My wife Abby has irritable bowel syndrome, so she has enzymes. She takes probiotics. It's not that your body doesn't do these things, but when you turbocharge your results with supplementation, you help fill the gaps of where your body might be lacking, or to help fill up or replace what might not be producing as much anymore as we age.
And Mark, and you write about this. Hang on, I'm going to grab something. Right. Because I should have had this on me, but we always have.
Yeah, body confidence.
So in body confidence, right? Look how young you are here.
Man, 10 years. So I'm old now. So Carrie's saying I look young there and I look old now. I appreciate it, Carrie.
You actually don't age. Are you kidding me?
Age does not define us, Carrie. You can say anything to me.
You are older than me, but whatever. I mean,
but Katie's older than me.
I know
you're my younger sister.
Yeah. So in here, I remember the very first time I read this book, you talked about supplementation, and you talked about how many, as a fitness model and an athlete, you were taking all of these supplements, because there's so many. I just did a call with a woman the other day. She literally brought out a bucket of supplements that she's taking.
Yes.
And what you realized was, when you took most of them, almost all of them away, it didn't really change that much for you. And you started getting smarter and really thoughtful about what does our body really need that we can turbocharge. And this has been a huge mission for both of us for a long time, to be able to really hone in on the supplementation that might be those missing puzzle pieces for our clients as they get older. We know that food is the whole thing, right? The big part of it, but there's just stuff that we can't get in food, especially when we are not going to be able to eat clean 100% of the time, all the time. And even if we do, our soil and all the things just aren't able to give us everything that we need. So finding the right supplements is so important. And this is part of what you and I are working on.
Yeah. And, I think it's like when we say that people think exercise is their foundation. Exercise is never your foundation. Supplements are never your foundation. There is no supplement that's going to change your life or change your world. Supplement, it's to supplement something that's already there. And you're right. Like when I was fitness modeling, I thought the supplements were the magic. The reality is that the food I was eating, the work I was putting into my body and my results were the magic. Just showing up every day and being consistent. not perfecting, but being consistent. And then as I got smarter, I used supplementation to fill the gaps of where I was lacking. And then when you combine that, now you're winning. That's why those 6 components, supplements, a big part of it, because not everyone, where we live in a busy world, we are lacking things. And as we age, things are shifting. And what I love about our partnership and our relationship, and as we continue to grow together, is we just keep learning, we keep educating, we keep seeing how can we make a bigger difference globally to help people live their greatest health. And it's never been more important now since COVID. People are struggling. People know they should live healthier. People don't know what to do. And we can help them and empower them to enrich their lives so that they can live their greatest health.
And so what Mark and I are doing now with Kyani is bringing this nutritional approach to the world. They are, I mean, Mark is, Mark, and he's so passionate. And the fact is, like, as a woman who understands other women and the stories that we've been in, our stories together, our teaching together complement each other. And Kyani has recognized that. And they want to celebrate that. And they want to teach everybody about how to eat in threes, but also how to have a strong mindset and a body that you really love, regardless of the weight that you are. And Kyani is celebrating this and wants us to help deliver that message. And so one of the ways that we're going to do that is teach people about food, right? All around the world. But also Kyani is a company that is in 54 countries. They've been around for 13 years. They have a commitment to excellence and clean products that is exactly what Mark and I are always looking for. And there's a few supplements. They have a small line, really, but there are a few supplements that are finally giving us, I think, those puzzle pieces that we haven't really been able to offer to our clients before. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think the key is this, and Carrie, you're spot on all of it, is that for me, I love products. I've been a product guy since the 90s. I love nitric oxide, and I never wanted to be a manufacturer. So I'm an educator. Carrie's an educator. We want to educate people, empower people, teach people how to live their greatest health. And what I had to take a step back is, how can I do this in a loving way and understand without having to be a manufacturer? So I've been looking for partnerships. I've been, for the last 10 years, making product, developing products, always trying to find a way. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. But what got excited for me when I was introduced to Kyani and I started looking at the products they have, the commitment, their existing products are exactly what we love. It's exactly what we would create. And the new products that we're developing we have a seat at the table. And that's the power of it. Partnership, we can only do so much. Disruptive Nutrition, like I created Advanced Nutrition, Carrie created Disruptive Nutrition. Together, we partner together. We can only be great at certain things. Right. So you change the world with partnerships. Products are crucial to win with your health. You have to understand, how can you live your greatest health? So for me, this has been the partnership we've waited for our entire career. And Abby and I are so excited. And it's something that we can do to help people fill those gaps, not be the everything and the be all, but be the piece to those components that allow you to live your greatest health.
I always say no program should be based on products, but products should be able to enhance an approach and a program. I am the way that I eat. Like, I have an approach that is me, right? It isn't like a program or products at all. I can eat in any situation at any time in my life. That's what I want everyone to have, that freedom and that body confidence, right? But also, so many things are out there. And we know supplementation can be good, but it can also be damaging. It can also be toxic. It could also be a waste of money. And so we want to be able to be those people that you can trust, to know that if we're suggesting something or if we have a seat at the table, we are going to use our voice. And so the fact is, Mark is not just sitting in like corporate. He's sitting at Katie Holt Larson's desk. The president of this company, he is sitting at her desk. And so when we say we have a seat at the table, I mean, it's a literal seat at the table. You and I were in Orlando with the founder, with the president, with the vice president, sitting and talking and sharing our ideas and expectations.
Yeah, and everyone, I left a great product partnership to do something better. So I left something that we've taken globally. We've done incredible stuff around the world, but I wanted to make products even, at a different level. I wanted to really dive in from a cellular perspective. I wanted to actually be able to create something that can help people live their greatest health, because we need grab and go options. We need things that help with collagen and nitric oxide. So that's, I mean, for me, that's been our goal. How can we do that? And that's why I'm so excited about this partnership.
So Mark, let's dig in, because there are a few things I want to share with you guys. Now, you members are the first people to hear about this, and I'm very, very excited about it. We've been teasing about and talking to you about circulation a little bit more. I've been talking to you about collagen and our fascia and our connective tissue and how important it is. And really, we know that what we're teaching isn't going to be all of what you need. And so there are a few products that Coyote has that honestly, I haven't seen anything like it in my career. And I know you haven't either, which is why we're so excited about this. So what are we going to be doing? And what are we going to be suggesting that can get you kind of that supplementation piece that I know we've been missing?
So first off, put in the chat products you want Carrie to make. So that's like, know that you have a seat at the table too. So
I love that.
Why we did this. We are taking eating in threes, PFC every 3, disruptive nutrition around the world, around the globe, and the power. And we're launching a global movement. So like the products that you want, that you say, Carrie, we should do this product, share that in the chat right now.
I just saw collagen. And Trisha said circulation is like totally makes sense to her. Melissa has your book and she loves you.
I love it.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna talk about 4 products, and we're gonna talk about that are gonna give you 3 benefits: inflammation, circulation, and collagen. Now there's some blood sugar stuff that's coming, you know that, but I want to be clear. I'm gonna just tease you a bit with the 3. So the first thing is we talk about inflammation. The food is your friend. Gluten-free, dairy-free. What you learn with disruptive nutrition is the first step to really resetting your metabolism and reducing inflammation. Yep. But then we start thinking about, there's 2 products that were made by Coyote, Sunrise and Sunset. And let me explain what these are. This Sunrise product is a superfood. So we have free radicals. So I want you to imagine, like all around me, imagine these little dots. They're free radicals. Every breath we take, every movement, they're free radicals. And those are poisons to your cells. Antioxidants and superfoods neutralize those free radicals, and they allow them to be destroyed, so your cells are protected. You need about 15 to 16 servings of fruits or veggies a day to get enough antioxidants, and we're just not doing that. And the quality isn't there either. So doing a proper superfood supplement to be able to have something like a Sunrise, this is your cells protector. I take 2 of these a day. I'll tell you, I live my health every day. It's really the best I ever felt, because I've taken a lot of great products, and for me, they're not world changers. They fill an already solid foundation. This is why, as you being a Disruptive Nutrition member, it's important. Yeah. So Sunrise to me is your cell protector. It's your superfood, antioxidant to help reduce inflammation.
Sunset, and a multivitamin as well, is it?
Multivitamin too. And then Sunset is your omega and your D3. So you have your multivitamin, you have your vitamins, your antioxidants, you have your trace minerals and your omegas. These 2 together provide you with all of them. When we think about macronutrients and micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and water, these are your micronutrients. So if you're and your essential fats, because your body can't make omega-3. So when we think about all of this, when you think about, am I getting enough? Gel cap, gel pack, these 2 together protect you. Cell defenders help reduce inflammation. So Carrie, but as we talk about reducing inflammation, we then go into circulation. So I just want you to imagine right now. So I'm moving my chair a little bit. You reduce.
Now you're getting excited.
I'm getting excited. You reduce the inflammation with your food, antioxidants, omegas, now vitamins and minerals. Now your body's starting to work. But I want you to imagine a shower or a drain, and imagine that it's only flowing about a 30%. So you're taking a shower, the water's starting to fill up, and it's just not flowing. And then you put some drain cleaner in there, and then the water flows. Most people are about maybe a 30 to 40% of blood flow capacity. As we age, we stop producing something called nitric oxide. And nitric oxide, what it ends up doing is it's a vasodilation, which means that it increases your vascularity of your veins and increases your blood flow. So most of us, we're losing that. So as we age, our blood flow stops, our circulation, that's toxin removal, nutrient absorption. So we're kind of like a clogged shower drain. When you put
get lots of clogged shower drains with this.
Yeah, I know. And we have, Hunter's got long hair, as you know, Tarzan and Abby. So we get the same thing. So we put a lot of liquid Drano in there, and then imagine when the water just flows. Well, this is why one of the biggest reasons I partnered with Kyani. I've studied nitric oxide since 1993. It won the Nobel Prize in 98. This product
I've been doing
right
lots
here,
of research myself.
yes, nitric oxide. This is called Nitro Extreme from the noni fruit. This product right here, it's like a drop of blood flow. And the moment you put on it, what happens in your mouth is you have nitrate, it turns into nitrite with the bacteria in your mouth. But bottom line, it goes into your stomach and it creates nitric oxide that allows you to absorb nutrients better. So it's helping your digestion. It immediately increases your blood flow. I studied nitric oxide when I was fitness modeling because it was discovered in 92. I'm all, wait a second, I should do this, from a vasodilation so you get more vascularity. And then they started looking at it from a disease perspective. The year of COVID, this is the key: blood flow, less inflammation, better circulation. The combination is what really helps you. And what I love about Kyani is for 13 years, they've focused on these products, sunrise, sunset, and they call this the triangle of health, but they've been frontline leaders in this market. So as you reduce inflammation, you increase circulation, nutrient absorption, reduction of inflammation, toxin removal. This is why nitric oxide matters so much. That as we age, if you can increase that blood flow, everything works better.
Yes.
If that makes sense, I want you to put in a 10. And Carrie, before I throw it back, we bring in our third, collagen. Now, let me just talk about collagen.
There you go, Jen. You were just asking for collagen.
Here we go, Jen. So I want you to imagine, and just do it with me, a strong rubber band. You pull it, boom, it comes right back. Now I want you to think about that stretched out rubber band. As we age, our body becomes a stretched out rubber band. Collagen, a lot of times we talk about from a point of skin, hair, nails, but I want you to shift your mindset.
Yes.
I want you to think about fascia. So connective tissue that covers between your skin and your muscle, everything is covered in fascia. All your organs are covered in fascia. Many times people with digestive challenges, it's because of the fascia that they're having challenges. And your fascia is really your support system.
It's your connective tissue.
Connective tissue that supports everything. And it's when you're young, you're a strong rubber band. As you age, because your body stops producing collagen, which is the center of fascia, you become a stretched out rubber band.
Yep.
As you age, after you turn 30, you produce less nitric oxide, you produce less collagen. So slower blood flow, more stretched out rubber band. What liquid collagen does for you is it immediately provides you the body's ability to support your fascia. There's no muscle in your joint to relieve joint pain and actually have your body start feeling like it was young again. And that's what we want from a muscular perspective and a fascia perspective. Yes. What I love about this, it's liquid, it's hydrolyzed, which means it's already in a dientripeptide so you can absorb it immediately. So now we put it together, reducing inflammation, increasing circulation, toxin removal, nutrient absorption, lactic acid removal, recovery from workouts, everything works better. As you have better circulation, you absorb more collagen. As you absorb more collagen, your body's working better for you. See, so this is what supplementation is to me. Just like when women go through menopause, some do HRT, some do not. But the reality is that as you age, your body stops producing things. As you age, your body starts eliminating nitric oxide and collagen. This is why supplementation of these matter so much, so that you can keep living young and feeling your best.
And when you and I were in Orlando, that was such a great explanation. We got tens and tens and tens and tens. When you and I were in Orlando, we also spent time with Sue Hitzman, right? Melt Method. And she is all like, you call her the fashion, what do you call her? Fashionista? No, fascist.
I call her the fascia guru. She calls her the fasciatista.
Fasciatista. She's an expert in all things fascia, right? We just were inundated with all of that. And she really literally helps people with their joint pain, right? It is not an exercise. It is about, living with less pain. And she is obsessed with this collagen. Yeah. And is so excited about it.
And with Sue, when you talk about her, this is a reality. Sue has a master's in exercise science. So I'm a kinesiologist and a nutritionist. And I had to find a different path. So Sue and I walked similar paths that in 2000 and, early 99 and early 2000s, there had to be a better way to eat. And that's when we started talking about blood sugar. but you're not trained that. You're not taught that right now. That's why I talk to the new med students every year at Emory Medical.
Do you know how many doctors and nurses we have as clients?
Yes, I know, because you're not taught this. You're taught the practical, like you're taught blood sugar, but not the practical aspect of it. And I wrote about body confidence when Abby had gestational diabetes. And I love dietitians from a disease side, not from a functionality, not from a living your best life aspect. Yeah. And Stu's the same way. Like, she has a master's in exercise science, and they don't teach about fascia. Like my kinesiology classes, they teach you the basics, but your fascia is your renewable energy source. And collagen matrix, collagen's the heart of it. And for years I kept thinking, okay, I understood this, but when someone talked collagen, I was thinking, okay, hair, skin, nail.
Right. This is what I kept saying to you.
And it's not like, that's great. Like, everyone wants good hair, skin, and nails, but that's not to feel your best. And let me just share, my joints had never felt better. And I'm not a product guy. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, you need to do this product. For me, these two have been life-changing for me.
Yeah.
The nitric oxide, I do 3 of these a day. It has been life-changing for me, and this is as well. And when I talk about from an Abby with fibromyalgia, this has been huge for her. And Sunrise and the Sunset have been incredible for her.
I know.
It's important to fill your gaps. And I think everyone watching right now, we're all health conscious. We're all doing what we need to do, but we still live busy lives. So supplements are not designed to be your game changer, but when you have the right foundation, they can become your game changer, because they're that missing link to everything else you're doing.
Well, yeah, let's just think about it. Like, all right, we got to get everybody on the foundation of food, right? If somebody comes to me and I give them some nitric oxide and some collagen, it's not going to do much, right? Like, we got to change from the inside out and get a whole new foundation and mindset about food and understand that. But my members, this is why Mark and I were so excited to talk to you guys, because you are at that point where, like, it's like that next step for you to really elevate, to be that game changer, to be the tipping point. For those of you maybe at a plateau and you feel like you're doing all of the things, these are the little pieces that I know will make a difference. They're making a difference for me. And I've been living this lifestyle for almost a decade, right? In fact, all of our coaches have been trying this now as well. And I remember Coach Stacy said she had collagen in her protein shakes for a while, went then to our plant-based shake, didn't have the collagen anymore. And she's the same age as me. She feels more pain in her joints, yet she is one of the healthiest people I know, works out a ton. And it was as soon as she stopped taking the collagen, she started noticing a difference. She's now back taking it again and seeing it. I think those are some good testimonials to be thinking about, but also know that, like, I don't take this lightly. If I'm going to recommend something, you guys know I do a ton of work and research and making sure that this is what I feel like is right for the people that put their trust in me. Mark feels exactly the same way. So we have some questions, Mark. One of them is, what's the taste? And you and I have had a lot of conversations about this because we all know that I love myself a fizz stick, right? And I love the experience of it. And I will say, like, the collagen, to me, there's different flavors. It's fine. It's a gel pack, though. It's not meant to be like an experience that you're like sitting and enjoying, but it's fine, right? Don't you think? Like, I'm not going to say you guys are going to crave it like you crave like candy, but it's fine. I don't know. What do you think?
I would say from here, like, when we think about from the HL5, this collagen, there's right here is the best one that I love. It's called Berry Lemonade.
Yeah, I would agree.
This is the one I would get.
Citrus as well.
Yeah,
right?
there's a green one that's really that's good, but the berry lemonade, but there's a peach one that's going to be coming too. So like new flavors keep coming, but this one I love. I think it's great. It tastes, it has a good taste to me. And I feel like, I think I'm drinking collagen. Like, I always imagine when I take something, it's going to my joint. So this to me is an enjoyable experience.
And we want the gel pack too, right? Think about Sunrise, think about Sunset and the nitric oxide. Yeah. The liquid, the gel is so important.
And this is great. I love Sunrise. So like the flavors of these two are amazing to me. This is a gel cap. So taste wise, to me, these are spot on. This is interesting. It's very good. It's a pomegranate flavor, but the noni fruit, which causes an increase of nitric oxide in your body, normally isn't a great tasting. But I love this. Like, this is fun. Like, it's like a power of blood flow. So this would be my challenge to you. You take it, you put it in your mouth, you let it sit. You don't want to drink water for about a minute. You let it sit there, and I want you to imagine your blood flow, everything working better, and own that. And then you swallow it, minute later, you can drink some water.
Yeah.
It's not a bad tasting. It's not like apple, what is it?
Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, it's not like apple cider vinegar. So that's a whole different experience. But this isn't as obviously as tasty because the noni fruit isn't. But it's okay. It's not like a shake. When you have a shake, it needs to be an experience. This is an experience of blood flow, of magic. And this is the #1 seller. When we talk about nitric oxide, to me, this is the best product on the market right now for nitric oxide.
Totally agree. So we have, okay. Now, so Megan just asked, are these plant-based supplements? Well, collagen is not plant-based and there is plant-based collagen, but you guys, that's not feeding into the collagen. Like it needs to, it's an animal-based product.
Yes.
Right. The plant-based collagen actually is really collagen.
Yeah. Plant-based collagen will never be like regular collagen. So remember, when we talk about that animal-based collagen, because we're animals. I mean, this is the reality we have to realize. We're animals and our body needs to use the immediate collagen like us. And by doing that, it can then pull it in. And it's incredible. If you look at your cells in a microscope, it's pretty amazing, the body. When you take liquid collagen, you can actually see cells like it's like kind of like a monkey pulling the hands and bringing the collagen to complete the matrix for your fascia. That's how important collagen is. It's immediately used because your fascia is a renewable energy source every single day. Yeah. And this is the fact. As we age, our cells stop producing collagen. Now, what can you do to help limit that? #1, or minimize that, reduce inflammation, eat clean. So the healthier you live, the stronger your cells are, the less they die at a rapid rate. Yeah. Improve circulation. Blood flow is lifeline. And then we talk about balancing your blood sugar, balancing your hormones, optimizing digestion. But even with all of that, you support the collagen resilience because we age. I'm 48. I'm older than Carrie, almost 49. The reality is that, and I played collegiate and professional soccer, but my joints have never felt better because I take 30 grams of collagen a day. I take 2 of these a day, hydrolyzed, 2 packs, each one's 5 grams. And then I take additional 20 grams of collagen peptides. So for me, I'm 210 pounds. That 30 grams a day is amazing for me. I would say minimum of 10 grams a day of high quality collagen. It will be a difference maker for you. It would also help your hair, skin, and nails. But most importantly, it's going to help your functionality as you live your greatest health.
So Mark, one of the questions was, right? So there's like some proteins in there, maybe a little bit of carbs in there. Do we have to replace a meal with that? Or can we have this just in addition to our PFC meals?
Yeah, you can have this in addition to your PFC meal. And let's say that you're late for a meeting. You could have this with a couple nuts and that could hold you over for about an hour. Yeah, because it has protein, it has about 2 grams of carbs, and then the nuts could be your fat. So you can use this as a little mini meal. Sometimes if I'm running late for something, I'll do 2 of these with a handful of nuts and bam, that will hold me over.
But I don't want you to think if you're doing a pack that you have to there's nothing legalistic about this, you guys. This is a different benefit, right? This is not necessarily meant to replace a meal, but it could if you combine it correctly and you want it to. But I have it, and this is something Sue taught us. If you do your collagen like an hour before you wake up, you're actually going to see, an hour before you work out, before you work out, you will see there's some scientific evidence that collagen is actually even more effective on your muscles and your workout in terms of being more effective. So I've been now doing it right before I work out.
I love how Carrie corrected me on that too. It does not have to be a meal. I love the educator came right in to clarify.
Well, people will get this really
I know, I agree.
Based, and I just want you to know you don't have to. I have this in addition.
Look, you can just open it up and do it like this.
Now, there's another question while you're doing this, Mark. Karen,
I did it live right there, and that's right there. That's a meal right there. Collagen power right in me and my body. I already feel it.
Listen, Karen, who's a powerhouse, and she's been just doing so well with this lifestyle. She says, with a collagen supplement, help with getting the apron tummy skin back to being flat along with fascia massage.
I mean, so this is the thing, to a degree. So you look at it from a point of that rubber band, and that's a perfect example that as that skin stretches out, when women, obviously, I mean, childbearing is just the most amazing thing ever. Yeah. It is hard to bring that back in as we age because it's not as easy because you do lose some of the elasticity of the skin. Collagen will help. Doing fascia training, doing, working out, eating clean. So ideally what you can do is do everything you can to get it as clean and tight as possible. So collagen will help. Can it be the end all solution if you do everything else? That's difficult to say. It depends on how stretched out the skin was. It depends on where you are with that. And that's sometimes the only way to really get it would be through surgery. But do everything first. And yes, collagen can make a massive difference.
And that's a good example of where like all those 6 things all matter, right? Like we have to, I look at nutrition as probably, that big foundational piece of it. But if you don't have all those 6 things that we've been talking about, then you're missing pieces of the puzzle, and
yes,
got to make sure all of those are together. But like Mark said before, like this isn't the answer for all the things. This is that tipping point, that thing that's going to help you kind of close the gap on the other stuff. If people aren't eating healthy, this isn't the first step, right? If people are eating in threes, this isn't the first step, but all of you are. And so this is why I'm so excited about bringing this to you, because this has been what we've been really looking for. And now our coaches have been working on this with us too. And we've been sort of sort of like slowly sharing this with people strategically, because it's been like, even that has been keeping us up all hours of the night, talking to people from all around the world and how excited they are about this partnership. But our coaches have been digging into this and have been trying this, and they're really excited. And with Kyani, you can get the products through a distributor. So we have this great relationship with them now, so that we have the ability to be a partner with them. So we will share a link. Our coaches are distributors as well. So if you have a coach, then you can go to your coach with the link. Disruptive Nutrition has a link as well. So you can get it through us in a variety of ways. But we want you to know, like, this is a professional product that we want you to be able to take, to have and to take seriously, which is why we've taken this partnership really seriously as well. So we will send you the links to be able to get to stuff.
Yeah. And I would say, Carrie, can I show how to use nitro too?
Yeah, go for it.
So this is something that I'd recommend when you first wake up in the morning. This is what I would do. You would take here, it's a dropper. This is the Nitro Extreme. So Extreme has 30% more, like from a noni fruit, it's the highest level from a nitric oxide, and then it also has Q10 and a few other things. But you want about 1 milliliter. So you just go here, you do that. And then you let it sit for a while. Mm-hmm. If I wasn't live, I'd probably let it sit for about 30 seconds. My bacteria, right when I do that, you can put it under the tongue or on your tongue. The bacteria is turning it from nitrate to nitrite. As I'm swallowing it, nitric oxide is going in my stomach. You feel the blood flow within 60 seconds immediately. So this is something where you can actually do that. So when you're eating healthy already, when you have reduction in inflammation, and now you're taking collagen and you're doing nitric oxide, you're going to start to notice things work better. You'll recover better from your workouts. You remove more lactic acid. You're not as sore as the next. This is all just circulation. So when you think about this, just think about it's more blood flow. More blood flow means better recovery. Yeah. And this is how you take these products. And it's just about enjoying the experience and then adding on to how can you get your results faster and live a higher quality health.
Yeah. And I love that a lot of us have been eating this way for a long time, especially like me and my coaches. We can really see the difference now with these, with the supplementation. For some of you that might add this in as you're making these changes, it will enhance it. But there's the testimonials from us that have been living this lifestyle and now realize this is the missing piece is really powerful. Melissa has a question, Mark, and I think this is a good one for you to be able to differentiate. Melissa just said, do you have a collagen peptide that you would recommend?
Yes. Can I show that one too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I got to move Katie's computer here. So this one right here, this is what I do. So this
Can you explain the difference too?
Yes. So let me open this up here. This is called Fit 20.
I love how you said, can I share? So the reason why Mark is saying that is because it's a protein, right? And he knows that we love the Arbonne product line. And this is what I love about Mark. He's just like, you guys all have to do you and figure out what works for you. But we also know that like, I am always looking for the best stuff for you guys. I am not like set on one thing or another. I'm always looking for the best. But I love that you were like, I know you guys talk about Arbonne protein stuff. And so can I, yes, share.
Okay,
everybody needs to have all of their options.
So I take this product twice a day. I love this. This is my favorite protein boost in the world. It is animal based. So no, but I understand from a plant based. So I'm a big plant based person as well. So stuff's coming on that. Carrie can tell you about that later.
Stay tuned.
But Fit 20, this is, to me, this shake, it does something really, really special. It builds in the nitric oxide story. And I want to talk about collagen in another way. So collagen, HL5 and Fit 20, 9% of collagen creates nitric oxide. So when you think about, this is like the short version. So when you take the Nitro Extreme, this product right here, this gives you that boost of nitric oxide, blood flow. But collagen also creates a nitric oxide long release of blood flow. But Fit 20, 10 grams of grass-fed whey protein. So you're talking about whey protein isolate, so it's lactose-free. And then 10 grams of grass-fed collagen peptides. Now, hydrolyzed collagen is in the most absorbed format. Liquid hydrolyzed is phenomenal for absorption. That's why HO5 is so strong. But grass-fed collagen peptides is second, that's the next way when you talk about from a shake perspective. And the 20 grams of protein, it has something, it has 2 grams of MCT, which is medium chain triglycerides. And that's fast acting fat that your body can use for energy immediately. Mm-hmm. And then it also has something called L-citrulline malate. Yeah. L-citrulline malate is an amino acid that goes into your kidney and converts into nitric oxide. So when you start talking about this partnership, we really wanted to go expand beyond blood sugar. Blood sugar is my life's work, but we wanted to look at what else do we need? We talk about with the year of COVID, it really helped. I mean, Carrie and I, we really looked at what does the world need right now? We need less inflammation. We need better circulation. We need understanding of collagen, not from a beauty's fantastic, but from a functional perspective. Right. What does it matter? So when I think about nitric oxide and I think about collagen, that's the wave of the future. So Fit 20, the 10 grams of collagen peptides, I do 2 of these a day. I take 2 of these a day. I get 30 grams and I take 3 of these a day. I do 2 sunrise a day and I take 6 of these a day, the sunset, the omegas. And these 3 right here provide me with the collagen, the nitric oxide to really have blood flow throughout the day from the moment I wake to the moment I go to sleep. And they have another product called Nitro FX that's not as extreme. And I do that before bed because that also helps me from a nitric oxide perspective.
So that is a protein shake, right? That Fit 20.
Yeah, the Fit 20, it's a sachet. So it's 20 grams of protein.
And then we can add to it, right? Like, and the thing I love is that there's not a lot of fat and there's not a lot of carbs in there. So you could make that.
Zero sugar, gluten-free, nothing. It's so clean.
So what I like about that is there are times where a lot of you are like, it's just hard to get a protein in, right? It's easy to find the fats and the carbs. With water is still a great shake that it's like your drink that you can have. And you can have your fat and carb on the side, or you can mix berries with it and add, like I add sometimes flaxseed oil or a little avocado or something, and I can make my shake a PFC balanced meal. But let me be really clear with you guys. You guys know I love a plant-based shake. We talk about plant-based shakes and we're focused on that during our 4 weeks to wellness. And I want that to be an option for you guys. And whey, for me, I've just always not liked the taste of it, right? And that's always been a problem. But the bottom line is, A, this tastes good, but B, whey protein is a faster acting protein, right? Yes. We metabolize the carbs before we metabolize the protein. And by having a faster acting protein, we can absorb that protein in our muscles faster. That's always been the limitation with a plant-based shake.
Yeah, and this is the other thing about protein, just from a science side. I won't get too scientific, but what makes protein special, and I just want everyone to type this in, nitrogen. Just remember, protein is nitrogen. Nitrogen, when you have more nitrogen coming in your body, you're in an anabolic, a positive state. When you have less, you're in a catabolic state. Nitrogen's only found in protein. Animal-based protein, and to me, it doesn't matter as long as you eat PFC, you're eating 3s. That's whether you're a vegan, vegetarian, animal-based eater. But animal protein has a higher level of nitrogen per gram. So as much as I love plant-based shakes and they're awesome, still whey protein provides just a more fast-acting protein that feeds your muscle, and it has a higher amount of nitrogen per gram, as well as collagen. So you get more bang for your buck. So if you're a vegan, then we work with you from that. But if you're someone who just thinks that whey's bad, I would invite you to look at a grass-fed whey isolate. I'd invite you to look at a collagen. They're not. They're fantastic. And they're great to supplement. And a lot of times you can take a plant-based shake What I do is I'll supplement a plant-based with my whey. So like I'll leverage both so I can kind of get the best of both worlds.
But Mark, up until now, to be very honest with you, you and I have talked about this a lot. I have not been able to recommend, like I get the whole whey thing. It's hard to explain, right? It's hard for people to totally wrap their head around. There hasn't been one that like we really wrap our head around in terms of recommending, because in order often to make a whey taste at all good without terrible aftertaste, there's a lot of crap that we put in those shakes.
Yeah.
And we finally found a partnership here where it's clean. And so we get the grass-fed whey with the collagen peptides that I haven't been able to recommend before. So I'm not to take away from the plant-based shake, and I will always still talk about that as an option, but I want to give you all more options. And so this is one as well for you. And there's just a lot of benefit to it as well, but you know your body well now. You guys are all super intuitive with what works for you. And this may be a great option.
Yeah, and vegan collagen, plant-based. Oh, I've never seen. There's not enough.
I don't
see how.
Arbonne has a vegan collagen, and I have never recommended it. Everybody asks me, I say it doesn't. It's like an oxymoron.
Yeah, it doesn't make. So if someone can show me research on how vegan collagen works in the body, then I'm open to it. But I've never seen the research that supports that concept.
Right.
Of that, because it's we're animals, and that's a reality, and we're replacing something that we're losing.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that all of this is about, like, you can spend a lot of money on a lot of stuff that says it's going to do something, and we want to be able to really educate you on that part of those 6 things, supplementation, on ways that you can be really smart about it, that's going to be able to take your health to the next level, and that you're actually going to really feel a difference in. Like, you're going to really feel the difference. A lot of times you don't really feel like things are working, right? This you feel.
Exactly.
Mark, we went on way longer than we planned, but
I love the question.
I think people are really excited. They're into it. So I will share all the information. I have some great videos to share with you guys, but I finally feel like, and now our larger community of almost 4,000 people don't know about this. You all know first. And we're doing this slowly because I want to make sure that I answer all of your questions and you understand what this partnership is all about. But the stuff we haven't even talked about is how exciting and how we're going to even bring the concept of eating in threes and nutrition around the world. We just really wanted to focus on these products because I know you guys have been kind of like asking and wanting to know more. And I'm really, really excited to be able to share it with you.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times they get scared of products because they don't know. And for me, it's this: I'm an educator. And yes, whole food is a foundation, but products are your friend if you understand them and you understand what your body needs and you implement that. So honor that, do your research, realize what's the purpose of it, and also know as you age, you have to fill gaps stronger than when you're young. Like my 16-year-old son, Hunter, collagen can help him because he's an athlete, but he's not in a collagen deprivation. Like he's not deprived. Yeah, he's not in a deficit. Right. But as a 48-year-old man, I am. Sue Hitzman said it best. She said, Mark, if you want to keep looking young, you better start taking collagen. Like he says, if you want to
keep looking like this.
Yes. And she said, if you want to start feeling good, you want to keep feeling good, you better start taking collagen. So like, if Sue says it, I do it.
Right.
Just like if Barry says it, I do it.
And Sue has never recommended a collagen before now. And she's been doing this for 12 years, 14 years. Like that says a lot.
Yes. She's been doing it forever. She's 50. So she's been studying this fascia for 25 plus years.
Yeah. So we have one more question. I'm just going to run in. What if you're food sensitive to whey? Is it due to the lactose in traditional whey? Well,
it could be. This is what I'd say. Try grass-fed isolate. So Fit 20 is grass-fed isolate. If grass-fed isolate, you still have a flare-up, you can't do whey.
Right.
But that is you can't be cleaner than grass-fed isolate. So whey goes with concentrate, isolate, hydrolyzed.
Right.
Hydrolyzed gets absorbed better, but the isolate takes away everything. So grass-fed isolate whey would be your best option.
And in order, like, honestly, hydrolyte, the cost of a protein shake would be outrageous to be able to do that if you had that all the time as well, or they were able to package that. And that's why one of the things, you guys, we do remove a lot of those kinds of possible allergies when we're talking about our 4 weeks to wellness, but then you get to make choices. You're empowered. You have the authority over your body to make the choices that are going to work for you. You don't just listen to me and do what I say. You're educated enough to make really good choices for yourself. So for you, Trisha, that might not be the best option. You can try and see. And then for others, that might even be a better option for you.
Yeah. And you could also just try a pure collagen peptide as well. Like
right.
if you're, so you can look at it, but whey, I think whey gets a lot of, I know Carrie, like from a taste side for people with whey and the texture, but whey overall, it's clean. I love whey. I've always been a whey guy. So like, I'm not against whey at all. And I've only seen it work great for people, but I understand from the lactose perspective.
Yeah.
But the whey isolate, you can counter a lot of that.
Right,
so
right.
test it. But if you have allergens, then like my son Hunter's allergic to whey, so he can't have whey. So he does collagen.
Right. Yeah. And collagen is a great option for you too. So, all right, Mark, you have to go now. You're in Kiani. You're in Idaho Falls, which is where Kiani is based out of. And I have to tell you all, like, I have met the founder. I have spent hours and hours with the top people in this company. They care about not just about me and what I say and Mark, but you. They're asking about you. They're asking about what you want and what you need. I just saw a metabolism booster is what somebody wants.
Yes.
But in a way, all of this is helping with your metabolism. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. So metabolism boosters we love. I think from I would look at first off, number one, from an inflammation side, what are your antioxidants? What are your omegas? That's what I would start. And what's your food? From a circulation, how are you creating nitric oxide? From a blood sugar balance, what type of protein shakes, what type of grab and go foods are you having to supplement your whole food meals? From a digestion, I think you need, like, we have some incredible digestive products that we're working on because you want your digestive system's massive. So you want to create a digestive boost from an enzyme, from a probiotic, from a prebiotic, from a fiber, so that you are what you metabolize. And then from a collagen perspective, you want to support collagen resilience, meaning that you're not losing it, you're replacing what's lost. A metabolism booster, I think, is great. Just like, I love energy over. So like, to me, I know you love those fizz sticks. I love clean energy. And to me, a metabolism booster does two things. It's an energy aspect with a brain power. So if you can create a neurotransmitter like a nootropic, where you have this well-feel like an L-tyrosine, which I love, with some type of.
Do you have the Onshot there?
Yes, right here. So this is what I love. So I've done metabolism boosters.
I love this.
Yes, and this is what I love because I used to do energy drinks. And then I would do metabolism boosters. And all my years of fitness modeling, I used to do a stack like Rip Fuel with L-tyrosine, because what you see with metabolism boosters, they hit your adrenal gland. So if you take two aggressive ones, then your adrenal gland releases adrenaline, you go up, and then you counter with cortisol. That you don't want to go up and come down. So you want safe energy, clean energy. So that's the one. So that creates this thermogenic environment in your body. But at the same time, what we've seen in the studies, like an L-tyrosine is a brain. It acts as a neurotransmitter. That amino acid combined with a metabolism booster creates greater clarity. Mm-hmm. This product does that. It's a shot. It's a metabolism booster, like an energy aspect, creates a thermogenic environment, as well as a brain power, clarity, and it's a nootropic. When you combine those two in one product, that's what I would recommend over a normal fat burner. Yeah. Fat burners are starting to move away from the market. Now, they're still mainstream to a degree, but there's better science now to figure out how you can create an energy. So instead of a metabolism booster, think about a thermogenic. Thermogenesis is when you create heat in your body. A thermogenic reactor with a brain reactor, those two together really gives you a feeling of well-being and boosts your metabolism.
Yes. So we love that. And we've had a lot of conversations about like the fizz stick and without a doubt, what's in this Onshot does not exist in a fizz stick. The energy boost though, and the experience of sitting with a hot cup or your water with your fizz is different than the Onshot. I have been now replacing my energy kind of boost with the Onshot and just doing some regular tea, because like this, I'm not putting in my tea. I'm shooting it. It reminds me of those 5-hour energy drinks, which are just filled with crap. But it's that look right to it. You do a shot of that. And I think it's like the taste isn't like as yummy as I want it to be. But you also said to me, you'll get used to it. And now I shoot it and my kids do it too. And it's amazing. So, you know, we really wanted to talk to you about those other options, but bringing up the metabolism booster, Rebecca, I think it was a good opportunity for Mark to share that. And I love, love, love that product.
Yeah, and I would be like, I've tried a lot of products. So taste is always an interesting thing because when you get connected to a product, you love the taste. And if you taste something that tastes different, you say you don't like it, but within a week, your taste buds evolve.
100%.